Hi dear students, today we are going to discuss about problem, that is assignment problem. See the question. Solve the following assignment problem by Ham method. Okay, in order to solve the assignment problem we are using Ham method, that is Hungarian method. So it is a matrix where men and job, there are 5 jobs are allotted to 5 employees. Okay, so before that, what is the meaning of assignment? Assignment is nothing but assigning something to someone. It may be assigning job to men, or maybe assigning a task to the employees, or assigning machines to employees. Okay, so before start a problem, first we have to see whether it is a minimization matrix, or we have to check whether it is a balanced one. So here, when a job and men are given, or when a task or employees are given, so that's are related to what? Minimization matrix, because they asked you to reduce the time, okay, or reduce the cost. And after that we have to check whether it is a balanced one or unbalanced one. If the number of rows are equal to the number of columns, then it is called a balanced one. If the number of rows are not equal to the number of columns, then it is called unbalanced matrix. Okay, so we check there are 5. Okay, there are 5 columns and there are 5 rows. So it is a balanced matrix. So there is no need of adding dummy rows and dummy columns. Okay, so this problem is solved by using Ham method, that is Hungarian method. The first step is row reduction, and the second step is column reduction, and the third step is zero assignment. Okay, row reduction. Row reduction means in each row you have to find the smallest element. Okay, in each row there are 5 rows. In each 5 row you have to identify the smallest element, and after that you have to subtract that smallest element to the remaining elements of that row. Okay, so see, in the first row the values are 15, 20, 14, 16 and 18. The smallest element here is 14. Now subtract the smallest element to other elements of that row. That is 15 minus 14, 1, and 20 minus 14, 6, and 14 minus 14, 0, and 16 minus 14, 2, 18 minus 14, 4. Okay, and next see the second row. In second row the smallest element is 11. 25 minus 11, 14. 11 minus 11, 0. 26 minus 11, 15. 14 minus 11, 3. 12 minus 11, 1. And in the third row the smallest element is 10. 21 minus 10, 11. 13 minus 10, 3. 18 minus 10, 8. 10 minus 10, 0. 17 minus 10, 7. In the fourth row the smallest element is 9. 9 minus 9, 0. 14 minus 9, that is 5, and 17 minus 9, that is 8, and 21 minus 9, that is 12, and 15 minus 9, that is 6. And in the last row, in the fifth row, the smallest element is 13. 16 minus 13, 3, and 15 minus 13, 2, and 20 minus 13, that is 7, 18 minus 13, 5, 13 minus 13, 0. So it is the first step, that is row reduction. So in Hungarian method the first step is row reduction, that is you have to first identify the smallest element in each row, and you have to subtract that smallest element to other elements of that row. Okay, after row reduction, then the second step is column reduction. So the column reduction is for this reduced matrix. Okay. So identify the values of the first column are 1, 14, 11, 0, 3. The smallest element in the first row is 0 itself. Okay. So when we subtract 1 minus 0, that is 1. So all the elements remain same because the smallest element here is 0. Okay. And see the second matrix, second column. In the second column, the smallest element is again 0. So there is no changes. Keep the elements as it is. And in the third row, again the smallest element is 0. So there is no changes. If the smallest element is 0 in a row or column, then there is no changes in the values of that row or column. And in the fourth row, again the smallest element is what? 0. Again there is no changes. Again in the last column also the smallest element is 0. Again there is no changes in the values. Okay. The first step is row reduction. You have to select the smallest element of each row and you have to subtract the smallest element to other elements of that row. And the second step is column reduction. You have to select the smallest element in each column and you have to subtract that smallest element to other elements of that column. After first two steps, the third step is what? Assignment. There may be a final assignment. Okay. So now write down the values. Now you have to make assignment to the 0 element only. Okay. So first check the column with the single 0. In first column the single 0 is here. So put square box. Okay. So in that column there is no 0. In that row there is no 0. And again move towards the second column. There is only 1 0. And if there is any zeros in this column, it should be eliminated. So there is no zeros in this column and in this row also. And in the third column there is only 1 0. There is no zeros in this column and there is no zeros in this row. And in the fourth there is only 1 0. There is no zeros in row and column. And in the fifth column there is only 1 0. So it is an assignment. So while assigning values, you have to assign values to the 0. Okay, if there is any zeros lying in these rows or column, you should be eliminate. Okay, so these are the assignment where the first job is assigned to third employee and the second job is assigned to second employee, or the third job assigned to fourth and the fifth job assigned to first and the fourth job assigned to first and the fifth job assigned to fifth employees. So last assignment, job, men and time. So there are 5 jobs are given. First 2, 1 2 3 4 5. The first job is assigned to third employee and the second job is assigned to second and the third job is assigned to 4 and the fifth job is assigned to first and the fourth job is assigned to first and the fifth job is assigned to fifth employees. Now we have to, in order to calculate this time, we have to refer the first column. Okay, first matrix. The first job is assigned to 3. The time is 14. And the second job is assigned to 2. That is 11. In order to reduce the time, if first job is assigned to a third employee, he can work he can complete his work within a minimum given time than other employees. That's why first job is assigned to third employee. The time is 14 minutes, and the second job is assigned to second employees, that is 11, and the third job is assigned to fourth employee, that is 10, and next fourth job is assigned to first employee, that is 9, and the fifth job is assigned to the fifth employee, that is 13. Total is 57 minutes. Okay, in the sense, if the first job is assigned to third employee, second is assigned to second employee, third is assigned to fourth, fifth is assigned to first, and fourth is assigned to first, and fifth is assigned to fifth employees, they can work with the minimum given time. So these all about your assignment problem. Thank you.